The investigation into the Boston Marathon bombings continues, with journalists hunting for every new detail. RT's Anastasia Churkina looks now into the background of the two suspects and the way they're being portrayed by the global media.
A terror act that shook the U.S. The suspects, a 19 and a 26-year-old, the Tsarnaev brothers. Jahar was a U.S. citizen, Tamerlan on his way to becoming one, but both of Chechen origin. The older brother, Tamerlan, is said to have traveled to Dagestan in Russia for several months.
A trip to Dagestan to Russia in 2012 of the elder brother.
It was done in Dagestan. They showed him how to make detonators, put these things together.
He went to Russia and stayed in a place near Chechnya.
Despite the media rage, these locations remain unknown to some.
A lot of people are confusing it with Czechoslovakia. And yeah, whatever it's called.
I know I did. I can't assume that the majority of Americans today even speak English.
Young at the time of the bombings, the Tsarnaevs spent the last decade living in the U.S.
Coming from those countries, where those countries harbor resentment against the United States.
And while the origin and, yet again, religion are already largely blamed as the root of all evil, the investigation is only in its first stages.
Somebody who's grown up in a Muslim family.
They then became religious zealots, then they became jihadists.
Those who knew the two brothers say the media is taking it over the top.
They can't always be trying to rush to be the first ones to break a new piece of information.
Local blogger Luis Vasquez knew both brothers well.
Jahar, he was here since he was little. And if you didn't know Jahar's name, you would just assume that he was an American. Around here, we have a very diverse community, and it's normal to hear for someone to go back to their country.
He says over-sensationalizing the Tsarnaevs' background doesn't get any answers to the question why being answered.
Tamerlan, and even from coaching with his brother, they would never go around pounding their chest about their religion. The most extensive conversation I've had about their background is them telling me where they're from. That's it. That's it. And then after that, oh, let's talk about boxing. Let's talk about lunch. That's it.
Samuel went to high school with Jahar, who has now been charged with use of weapons of mass destruction.
The media has a way of spinning things, of course, and with regards to his nationality, to me it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter what his religion is either. When I graduated, there were 45 languages spoken just in my graduating class alone. It is not unusual. In fact, it is very common to hear a foreign language.
He reminds us that the only suspect alive after the bombings has lived in America since the age of 8.
Having come here at a younger age, you know, from everyone that knows him best, they will tell you, and they have told me on certain occasions, you know, this person was part of the community.
The attack felt even more personal and devastating for Samuel because he knew the brothers responsible. But pointing fingers, he says, at places of birth or religion is far from crucial. What is solving this case and bringing justice, and that takes time. Time and effort that would hopefully lead to innocent people feeling safe again.
Security in this country seems like it's more for show than for anything a lot of the times, unfortunately, and that needs to change.
While the media pick apart every single detail they can lay their hands and ears on, it seems that what should matter after the tragedy is tackling terrorism, a global threat that has no face, upbringing, or religion, but has become the curse of the 21st century, not just here, but all over the world. Anastasia Churkina, RT, Boston, Massachusetts.